Okay. We're recording a podcast. Hey, folks. Welcome to the...
How's it going, Ron?
Welcome to the... It's going good, man. How are you?
Good.
I feel like we got
what?
We got an upgrade here.
What? Are you trying to talk? That's a horrible camera angle. Here.
I can't hear you.
Hold on. I'm going to move the camera with my feet so you don't see my screen. Oh, my goodness.
Whoa.
Oh.
This is about to get interesting, buddy.
Steady, girl.
Steady,
girl. That's much
I like
better.
that. That's a nice angle. I like that. A new version of Java is available. No, thank you.
Hey.
We are doing a podcast right now. Hey, buddy.
How's it going, Ron?
It's going good, man. Hey, I got to say, you sound a lot better.
I got a fancy new microphone.
Fancy new microphone.
Yeah,
it's microphone day.
Apparently, if you press a button on the left-hand side, it makes it go mute, and then it drives other people crazy on the other end of the line, thinking that they're doing something wrong. When, in all actuality, it was me that was doing something wrong the whole time.
Hey, what headphones are you wearing?
Panda.
Panda?
It's an endangered species. They're made out of real panda.
Let's...
Southeast Asia. Drop has got a bunch of folks over in Southeast Asia trapping, and then no, they're not. They're not made out of real pandas.
Right now, Drop is like,
no, got it. Go to commercial.
Go to commercial, please. Oh my goodness sakes. Well, hey, we decided to quit.
Energy, Ron.
Did you just finish off a case of Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew, yeah, and some Doritos. That was like our go-to snack when I was growing up. There's a gas station across the street from the high school, and we'd roll in there, and we'd buy Mountain Dew and Cool Ranch Doritos, and have
as it should be
25-cent Little Debbie's.
Like, I love it.
A whole bunch of them, like the oatmeal cookies and the white ones with the stripes on them.
Yeah.
It's a good value.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
You go in there with $3 and you walk out of there with diabetes.
For $3, you get diabetes.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
This is going to be an interesting podcast. I can tell you that right off the bat.
Yeah, last minute.
Last minute. We're going to have some fun. We had an upgrade in
pants. I wasn't. Seriously, I had to put pants on to come in here and do this.
I'm not wearing pants right now. So, yeah, I mean, that works.
Nobody can tell.
Nobody?
Donald ducking it.
Or Donald ducking it.
Yeah. Donald never wore pants and nobody said a word.
So, what we're going to talk about the pandas.
Yeah. Are we going to talk about the microphone or my moody lighting or, you know?
I like the lighting. If you guys are tuning in, we got a little upgrade on the studio. We're using what's called StreamYard, and this is going to make things a lot easier for us. So we're pretty...
It says we're live. Does that mean we're recording or we're live? Are we live on your channel right now?
We're live on YouTube. No, we're not. We should have. We should have just done it and just said, forget it. We're just going to do it. But no, we are recording.
Yeah.
We're recording.
It's good stuff, Ron.
Do you know much about Drop? Do you understand Drop? The idea of Drop?
Can I tell you what I think they are, and then you can tell me that I'm wrong?
I'll pretend to know, yes.
All right. To me, Drop is a company that takes a look and curates products, and then they contact that manufacturer. They may do a tweak or two, and then they try to drive the price down as far as they can, and then they, offer up a whole bunch of them, and then they sell them through their website. So, like the Dakoni Blue, a Fostex mod, HD6XX, which is Sennheiser, but it's really just kind of a version of the 650. Is that right? And then
yes,
I mean Dan Clark, Meze, what you're wearing right now. Which if you're watching this, can you please send me those to me to keep forever, and then I'll review them and say that they're awesome because I'm sure
they do the Neos. Is that right? The Neos or the 99s? I don't know what they do.
Noir. Noir. They're darker with black
Wow.
hardware.
That's cool.
I don't know if they still have them in there.
Okay.
And they also make key things. I don't really know what that is. I think it's for the kids, though.
Yeah.
Here, hold on.
What were your...
Wait.
Let's...
Keep
What's
talking, Ron. I'm just going to type over here on my other computer.
Okay.
Pulling up Drop.
So both Randy and I have the Pandas. We got them around the same time. I think I got them maybe a week or two before you did, but
So you just got them recently?
Yeah, not too long ago. And they're pretty good. You know what it is?
You're an audiophile snob.
True.
I'm sorry.
No.
That's what it is, Ron. You know what it is? That's exactly what it is.
Let me back up all the negative statements that I was about to make and just say it's amazing. I think it's mind-blowing. It's revolutionary. I mean, rush out and get the Pandas, everybody.
Are you serious?
No, I mean, so I'm going to say this.
They're not at all. This is going off the rails real quick, Ron.
It is. I'm going to tell you the truth. So when I put on the Pandas, I didn't expect them to be as good as they were. I would start by saying that. I thought they were going to sound... let me say this. I thought they were going to sound the way they look and feel. And I'm going to say this. They feel kind of plasticky to me. They don't... Really?
Dude.
Really?
How many Bluetooth headphones have you listened to in the last 6 months to a year?
The Pandas?
Mm-hmm.
Not enough.
On the other hand, let's go through them. V-Moda, whatever, something, $350, and they have AAC codec. V-Moda. Sony MX, or something 1000, $300 or whatever. They've been replaced by the 4s. Sennheiser Momentum 2s. Let's see. Other Sony, something WTH 700NE, which I actually have because I got them for like $60. Oh, what else? I burned through... what's the one? This one. I have it right here. Audio Technica M50 X Bt. That's just off the top of my head. I think there's like 4 or 5 more of them. Mm-hmm. Plus, I've also tried to take existing headphones and then make them Bluetooth via the Ear Studio M100 Mark II.
All I was going to say is...
Sorry.
Okay, so I'll back up. You've experienced many more headphones than I have, clearly, but I haven't.
Bluetooth ones, yeah.
Yeah, Bluetooth. I just felt like as I pulled them out of the box and I looked at them, I felt like I was holding a lot of plastic. They felt heavy, which is good. So I'm not saying that they felt cheap. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I felt like I was going to put plastic headphones on my head. And when I played music, I was like, oh, well, why don't you just calm down there for a second there, Ronnie boy, and just enjoy yourself.
Contempt prior to investigation.
Contempt, right? That's it.
So
That's it.
Here's the thing. Here's why I didn't have any issue with these at all. Because I had those Sonys. And they're like top of the line, right?
Yeah.
Those Sonys, whatever they are. You can go get them down at your local Best Buy retailer or order them online. I think these feel better than those. I think these feel as good as the V-Modas, and the V-Moda is all about build quality and nothing about sound. Sorry,
Okay.
V-Moda.
Okay.
Apologize.
Okay. Do the Pandas feel heavy on your head after a while? They feel heavy on my head after a while.
Maybe you should work out more. I'm just kidding. No, to me they're a good weight, and I think
a good weight. What is that? What does that even mean?
It's a good balance because I'll tell you the reason why. This is what I do for headphones. It's called my soda test. They didn't fall off, did they?
Okay.
Good weight, good clamp force, just the right amount. Doesn't hurt.
Okay.
Goldilocks.
Do you care about the whole THX amplifier mumbo jumbo stuff that they threw in there? Does that mean anything to you? Do you care about it?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and I'll tell you the reason why.
Okay.
So, is that coming through on your end?
It is. A little bit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm feisty. I'm froggy tonight, Ronald. I got to rest a little bit, and then no one's screaming and telling me, ask me to do things for them. So here's the reason why I think THX is important.
Okay.
Okay. So, in my opinion, the THX headphone amps are middle of the road, clean as a whistle, no distortion. They're going to give you the flavor of the headphones. Going to give you the flavor of, pretty much the headphones. And I was going to say source. So if you have a DAC going into them, it's going to give you the DAC flavor. It's getting out of the way, right? Super clean. I think what happens with Bluetooth specifically is they'll have a not great amp in there. So when you take the THX technology and you couple that with all the good Bluetooth codecs, then you put it into your brain housing unit via these wonderfully built and quality made drop by Panda by drop. I don't know. You get a bunch of awesome Bluetooth bliss in your head. These are the best Bluetooth headphones I've ever heard.
Okay.
I dropped my mic, except I just bought it.
Yeah, don't do that. Bad idea.
It's a big claim.
Yes, it is. They sound good. They sound really... Actually, they sound really good. They do. Let's describe how they sound.
All right. You want me to, or you want to?
We'll do it. Let's just pepper. First thing I noticed is...
Well, lay the foundation. What happened to even begin this conversation? I texted Ron, and I said, Hey, you got the Pandas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what did I say? I can read it back to you. I said, what do you think they sound? How do you think they sound?
Yeah.
And then I said something, and
You said, wait, hold on. And
I
then...
said, don't tell me. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, here it is. Okay. What do you think of the Pandas? Question mark. Ron said, very good.
Very good.
Then I said, before you tell me, and then I go into how I think they sound.
Yeah. Robust is the first word that I landed on when I started listening to music. Is they came to life in a way that surprised me. And I thought to myself, okay, we got some heft. We got some weight here. And I liked
mahogany.
that. Rich mahogany. Yes.
Italian leather.
Yes.
Smells good.
I think so. I think that's what I heard immediately. So what was
That's what I smelled immediately.
What I heard immediately was a rich, bold, robust sounding headphone. Like, wow. Okay.
So for me, so explain, these are planar kind of hybrid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the first thing, because I've got a fair amount of experience with planars too. Fostex T40RP, Dan Clark Aeon RT closed, Monolith M570, Monolith M565. Before that, I had the LCD 1 by Odyssey or Oddies or however the heck you say it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. So anyway, what surprised me about these is the bass extension.
Yeah.
So the Dan Clark's great headphone is $500 wired. That is probably I would say the thickest planar I've heard.
Okay.
Until this. But see, the thing about the Dan Clark though is it doesn't extend like these do. The M570s, even when I have them EQ'd, they still don't extend. These do.
Yeah.
Korn. So I was listening to Korn, listening to Beastie Boys, Intergalactic. Listen to some hip hop, which I don't generally listen to on these. Yeah.
They do it. I wouldn't say that these are going to be the headphone for the hi-fi enthusiast that is looking for the most analytical or detail-centric headphone out there.
No, I'd say this is kind of lush.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna get fatiguing
No.
syndrome, treble fatiguing syndrome. It's a real thing, and we need to recognize it as being a legitimate medical issue.
It's a
Treble
legitimate
fatiguing syndrome. No, but I will say you can get that what I would call traditional planar sound with a little bit of EQ.
Okay. I haven't done that with mine, but that's interesting.
I'll show you.
Do you use like a particular app when you do that, or what are you doing when you do that?
So, okay, I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant.
Okay. Randy
right?
rants.
I don't think you're like ready for nighttime Randy. Randy gets really jazzed up at night. Ron looks like he's getting ready to go to bed.
It's all you, buddy. Go for it. Do it.
All right. So I don't
Hold on
like
1 second. One
right.
second. Randy rants. 1, 2, 3. Go.
All right. First of all, I don't generally use Apple products for audio. The reason why is because Apple employs the AAC codec for their Bluetooth. And that codec, while it can package and unpackage about 320 kilobits per second, which is kind of like Spotify or kind of like Apple Music, there's other stuff out there, like LDAC, like aptX HD. And Apple doesn't have a global equalizer or global sound settings. Android does. You just go into your old Android phone, go into sound and vibration, go down to sound quality. Sound quality and effects. Let's see.
There it is. Let me get.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get that in focus. Hello, focus. There. Oh,
there it is. Boom.
Right. So
EQ.
you get an EQ. This thing even has a sound test for you. It's called Adapt Sound. And guess what it does? It gives you a hearing test. And based on how you do, it sets an EQ for you.
Are you serious?
Swear to you. Look at this. Adapt Sound. So let's see. Why am I going to keep hitting it again? Come on, camera.
There it is.
You go. Okay. And then you go personalize your sound. And then it's got a thing that says start. And then what you do is you put on a pair of headphones and it gives you all sorts of test tones at different frequencies. And then it legit gives you out an EQ based on it. Now, with all that said, I found that EQ to be a bit sparkly on top.
Okay.
So you can always disable it. But it also has a stock EQ under 30, 30 to 60, over 60.
So here's a question that I want to ask then. The Pandas have their native sound signature right out of the box. Mm-hmm. Have you embraced it, or do you change the EQ, or have you changed the EQ and left the EQ enabled, or does it come down to what you're listening to?
So initially I just listened to it to see what I felt the flavor was.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think we matched up pretty consistently on what we thought the flavor was,
Yeah.
A little bit thick on the bottom, but
it's chocolate ice cream.
Yeah, it doesn't bleed into the mids. It's not like you're covering up. There's still clarity there. The highs, not fatiguing, and if anything, a titch rolled off, in my opinion.
It is.
Okay?
I think so.
So, what I wanted to do is I wanted to see if I could bring that sparkle up a little bit, and I dropped it down about a dB at 4K. I dropped it down a dB at 60, and I brought up, I think, 16K a dB, and I left 8K flat. So just a titch, and I felt that the amount of sparkle that I like without it being fatiguing came in very nicely. Now
Okay.
the reason why I do that with these is because we're not talking about the HD 6XX versus the HD 800S versus we're not talking about these wired headphones, right?
Yeah, right.
Let's talk about a level playing field, apples to apples. You go get that Sony, and it is nothing but DSP trickery.
Okay.
All of it. With the noise canceling, with the different that you have to download an app just to run
Yeah.
that headphone. Not
Yeah.
only that, you plug a
Mm.
3.5 millimeter cable into that thing, and you just run it out of your phone, and it sounds like hot garbage.
Hot garbage, guys.
I'm
That
telling you,
doesn't sound very good.
it is so bassy out of the
Okay.
box.
Okay.
And you have to go into there. Now, I will say, if you do have an Apple device, at least you get the option to EQ it, because in the Sony app, you have an EQ that goes on the Apple.
Do
For
you
me,
find...
go ahead.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
I was
No,
just going to
you...
say, for me, for music, I'm an Android guy because they have the better codecs, they have global EQs, they have way better sound stuff that affects the sound in its entirety of all the apps.
Okay.
And even in like Amazon Music HD, another EQ in there if you want to. Spotify EQ in there, not on Apple, and I don't understand why.
We're using words that would be, lush, velvety, rich, those types of words. Do you think that there's ever a point where... Do you find the pandas at any point to be bloated or perhaps boomy or anything like that? Do you think they kind of ride that line?
Yeah, I do. And that's why I took down 60 hertz, a couple dB.
Okay.
I felt like it can be a bit much.
Okay.
With that said, I think that's going to be a desirable characteristic for the budding enthusiast / non-audiophile. I think Panda Drop did a great job of the Pandas and kind of riding that middle line. You're not
Yeah.
talking beats here, and you're not talking treble killer.
Yeah.
You're right in the middle, and then if we're leaning anywhere, we're leaning kind of the bassy side.
Yeah. I agree. I discovered the same thing. I felt like with baritones or male voices, there are some times where I'm like, I've heard this a million times, that's a little more robust than maybe it should be, but it wasn't enough that I was like, I don't want to listen to this headphone anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I thought, well, they're painting with a pretty color. I'm okay with this color that they're painting with. That's okay with me.
Yeah.
So
I think the thing that audiophiles and enthusiasts, we have to look at this as what it is, and that's a Bluetooth headphone. And then we have to compare it to the other Bluetooth headphones out there. The Sennheiser Momentum 3s, they just came out, and I had the Momentum 2s, and their companion app is garbage. It's like, it doesn't even tell you frequencies. It's just got a weird wavy line that you can adjust. This is, again, the best Bluetooth headphone I've ever heard. If there's one better, please tell me, and I will listen to it. And then I will say, yes, you're right. It's better than the Drop Pandas. But I've listened to a bunch of Bluetooth headphones in the last year. And most of them didn't have LDAC or any of the good codecs. I throw it down. Ron, when I feel passionate, I throw it down.
You do, and I actually appreciate that. I'm looking at my own videos because I can't even remember the freaking models. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Here we are. The Ananda Bt from Hifiman. Those were $1,000. I reviewed those.
How were they?
I like the Panda more.
Really?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Were the Anandas pretty sparkly?
No, I don't think they were. I think that they were more sparkly for sure than Panda. But thinking about it like practically in terms of just everyday music, being able to just throw anything on and just kind of enjoy it, whether it's, like you said, like Beastie Boys or Johnny Cash or whatever, I feel like you might get more mileage out of the Panda than you would with the Anandas. I felt like those were more of a, let's listen to some jazz and some,
Yeah.
audiophile type recordings.
So I have something to say about that.
Yeah.
But first, I want to show you. This is the EQ that I ended up with that I felt was really good.
Hold on, let me solo it. There it is. Okay.
Not
okay.
a lot. Not a lot. Just
where's that drop at? I can't quite read it. Is that like at 4K?
So yeah, I took down 4K 2 or 3 dB.
Okay.
And then 8K's flat, and then 16K I took up 2 or 3. And gave me the amount of clarity
what you were looking for.
Yeah,
the clarity. Yeah, you're a sucker for clarity, my friend.
I like it. I let my wife listen to them, and she's like, you know what she said? I can hear them plucking the guitar strings.
Ooh.
I love it when my non-audio idiot family members, sorry, we're all idiots a bit, though. I love it when I can show them something, and they're like, oh, yeah, I get it. I can hear it. I can hear a definite difference.
The Dolly IO6, I reviewed those a while back, and
Bluetooth?
They surprised me. Paper cone drivers in a headphone, really interesting. I would say they're voiced a little bit more like the Pandas than the Anandas are, for sure, but they're still not voiced like a Panda. I think that the Pandas would clobber them in terms of just robust, powerful. Yeah, we got the goods. What I did appreciate about those dollies was hard of the
same people that make the speakers.
Yeah, Dolly.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, really cool. Nice. They surprised me because I was like, wow, these. You know what it is those are for folks that are willing to sacrifice the really deep bass. Like, yeah, I don't need it. I just want a really beautiful mid-range, heart of mid-range. Those things seem to kind of ride that line of just, I'm neutral. And it sounded nice, man. It sounded really good. Really good.
Yeah. I like the Pandas.
I think I like the Pandas more. I think I do.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a statement, and then you're going to tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong. Okay?
You're wrong.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, no, what is it?
Oh, you feel awkward when you have to EQ something.
Me?
Yeah. It goes a little bit against your DNA. It's all right, Ron.
Am I turning red?
No, but I can tell you're like, damn it, Randall.
It hurts my soul. It hurts it. It's like,
that's a strong statement, man. It seems like that really bothers you a lot.
Like, it's like, Ron, what are you?
It's like my soul.
I hear every audiophile in the world just saying, Ron, don't do it, buddy.
I said do it.
Don't
I said EQ the crap out of it. Get
don't
what
do
you
it,
like.
buddy.
They're your headphones. If it's your steak, if you want salt, put salt on it. Hell, put ketchup on it. It's your steak. They're
It's like
your headphones.
It's like with speakers, it's like I can go to Google and be like, acoustic treatment. I can start fixing things, but with headphones, it's like headphone head treatment. What? Okay, I'll EQ it. I guess I'll just EQ it. Like, what do you do?
Okay, so, and I get that with traditional wired speakers, headphones.
Yeah.
I get that. And I call it flavors, right? You're saying these
Sure.
are chocolate ice cream. Okay? But when DSP starts to get involved, then all bets are off.
Yeah.
They're already EQing all this stuff through DSP to begin with.
Mm.
So Sony, Sennheiser, all the other Beats, the freaking Air Max, whatever they are, it's
Yeah.
all DSP stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we can't judge the Pandas, but compared to wired headphones. And the thing
Yeah.
about it is, we want to. You want to know why? Because they're that good.
Yeah.
This is a bridge from wired headphones into the Bluetooth world, and they maintain their own flavor. I'm just saying, if you want to spice it up a bit, you can, because everybody else is, and Sony is going to the point of like, hey, what headphone do you want? Here's your preset, and they have about 6 different presets, and
Right.
I think Bucart is doing that as well with their different sound modules. You put it on a USB drive, you stick it in there, and boom, you got a new speaker. So it's the same thing with headphones. So I don't feel that anybody should feel badly about EQing your headphone and playing around with different EQ presets. And planars take really well to EQ.
I think you could be right. I think because I think you are right. I think you're right about me, because I think that what it is that it's just, I spend so much time trying to help people get the most out of their rig in a natural way by, let's start with getting those speakers away from the walls. Let's start doing things that can make a huge mileage here. And then when I put on a pair of headphones, it's like, I got to change the EQ. No, but
I get it though. And you're
like
a traditionalist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I am the same way. Like, that's why I kind of steer clear of powered monitors right now.
Yeah. Sure.
I like it to have its own flavor. These have their own flavor, but if you want to change it, you can, and you shouldn't feel bad about it.
How long have you been wearing those? Did you put them on before you came into the studio and in your?
I've been listening to these all day, pretty much. I took them off, got the girl or my daughter to bed, and then put them back on. And that's another thing. I forgot I was wearing them. Number 2, I forgot that I was supposed to be analyzing them. And number 3, I just started enjoying the music and kept wanting to turn it up. And when those last 2 things happen, when I stop analyzing and I want to turn it up, I know that's the product for me.
You're onto something good. Do you get sweaty ears? Do you have problems? A little bit sweaty? Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay.
These have a really good seal too. I was going to ask you, have you messed with the ear pads at all? Can you switch them out?
I haven't. I've been curious about that.
I think Doug did.
That wouldn't surprise me. Both Josh and Doug, I think that's the first thing they do with headphones, is they're like switching pads and trying different things, and that's cool.
You know what the first thing I do with headphones?
What do you do?
Run them through the washer real quick with the laundry.
As you should.
Yeah. I want to make sure they're clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tide Pod.
I made a big mistake the day that my Pandas came in, and a random neighbor of mine reminded me of the mistake that I made. You know what it was?
You rode your bike with them on?
I sure did.
Are you serious? I got that right?
Yeah, I can't believe you. That's actually kind of funny that you got that right. I got on my bike. It's the only exercise I ever do. And I started riding around the neighborhood, and there was a guy that was yelling at me like, "Take off the headphones. It's dangerous, kid." You know.
Did you give him the middle finger and say,
No.
First you're gonna rock, then you're gonna go, then you're gonna X gonna give it to you. You say Ron's gonna give it to you.
Yeah, he reminded me that it was dangerous. Yeah.
Okay. I'll throw the flag on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so these, yes, they're dangerous because they don't have but the Sonys, the Momentums, the Ear Studio M100 Mark II, you can bleed through ambient noise into your headphones for that very reason. And I would assume that his intent was they're dangerous because you can't hear what's going on around you.
Yeah.
Not because they're on your head. And in that case, that argument doesn't really hold water anymore for a lot of headphones.
Yeah.
These, it does, because they don't have bleed through.
Yeah. I like the Pandas.
I like them.
I like
I'm
them.
very, very passionate about this stuff.
I find them to be a little bit heavy. I can only wear them for so long. I find the clamping force to be a little bit taut. I got a pretty big noggin, and it feels a little bit taut after a while. So, gets a little warm in there, little musty, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, what headphones don't cause you to do that? What would you say? Hey, these are the right weight, and these have a fan that blows on my ears and keeps me nice and cool.
Josh and DMX, they know what I'm about to say, and they'll be like, don't bring up the Grados, Ron. It's like you might as well put on a cardigan and drink some warm milk and go to bed. Like, seriously, you still listen. The Grado SR80Es are my favorite headphone of all time.
They open back?
Period. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what closed back headphone that you have is something that... Okay, so the Mezes.
Mezes so far have been my favorite closed back headphone because I like the clamp force. I feel like they're made for folks with big noggins to where it still has enough force to keep them on, but it doesn't feel tight. They are not heavy. They're very light, actually. Another thing that I noticed with the Pandas is I think, and this drives me crazy, I think one of my ears touches the inside driver.
I hate that.
It's like, stop. It makes me crazy.
The Odyssey LCD one, like, went back almost right away. Number one, because I hated the way it sounded. Number two, because my ear touched the inside of the driver.
Can't do it, dude. So on the Pandas, that is problematic for me. And so with these, plenty of room. Nothing's touching. It's great.
Are those pretty lush too? Warm? I've heard those are nice.
These, not as lush or big bottom as the Pandas. They're like, if we're talking about anything below the belt, they are Panda light. It's like they do have that kind of lower mid-range, mid-bass leading the charge type of a sound, but I feel like from there it is straight as an arrow. It's a very neutral, natural, clean, all the way out. We got to get you a pair of these. Try them out.
Yeah, I was hoping that maybe you could have someone send them to me.
Yeah, I will.
So that I can keep them forever.
Yes.
And we can be twinsies when we're on the podcast.
We can be twinsies. I think you'd really dig them, man. I think they're just a beautiful, great sounding headphone.
So, going back though, I'm going to put you on the spot again. Best Bluetooth headphone you've heard and why?
I think it's the Pandas if we're just judging it based on how they sound and the fun that I have when I'm listening to them. And this is a big part of it is like I said, those Anandas, perhaps a bit more revealing, a little bit more, I can hear every single cough and sneeze in the recording, that kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. But with Pandas, I put them on, and regardless of what I play, it sounds great as a baseline statement. But then the stuff that gets fun, like stuff that has like, whoa, I'm hearing it, and it does it in a very pleasing manner to where I'm like, well, this is just a fun headphone. I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah. I just started having a good time. Although now that you said something about the ear, I feel like my ear's touching the inside of the driver. But I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Something else I like about these is how easy they are to actuate.
Walk us through that. What does that mean?
How to change tracks, answer calls,
turn
the volume up, turn the volume down. It's none of this horse puck weirdness with the
It's got that little
it's got a little
joystick.
Yeah.
Little joystick.
And I'll tell you the reason why. I've had about 3 different pairs of headphones that you supposedly do gestures with. And guess what? None of them worked consistently. But this one does. Because you click something. You actuate a switch or a relay.
let's see if I can do this. So, stop looking at me, Canon.
I thought you were talking to your cat. Oh, look at those.
So these are the KLH Fusions that are under review, and they are obviously Bluetooth. And I know exactly what you're talking about is they have like a tap type function, and so many taps does certain things. Well, here's a true story that Randy knows is this morning we had a flat tire and I had to hop on the bike, get my daughter over to school. And as I was riding back, I threw those in and I'm like, I want to listen to some music. And I think because my hands were cold, I don't know what the deal was. It was like, no.
Yep.
No thanks, Ron. You're going to listen to this Weezer track for the next 4 minutes, man. It's
What's in there? Well, something.
Knowing me, I like put it on repeat or something like that.
On.
Yeah.
No, I've heard that enough in the 90s.
Next track. Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, man, I like these. I think they sound great. I think they're the right weight. I actually think they're built well compared to some of the other plastic, fantastic stuff that I've seen before. I like them, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. There's some competition out there.
Yeah.
I'll say that I don't like all that noise canceling sorcery anyway. It hurts my ears.
The noise canceling does?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like anytime that I've used any headphone with noise canceling, I feel like whatever you are listening to, the EQ has somehow gone astray. It's like,
for sure.
Oh, hey, thanks for that 6 dB boost at 2K. I was really looking forward to that. Like, what are you doing? Yeah.
So with those Sonys, and that's one of the best selling headphones in this price range. So first of all, even to get out of the gate to get a decent sound, you're throwing a whole bunch of DSP in there. And then you're putting your own EQ on it. And then there is all sorts of craziness when you turn on the noise canceling. And at least they have the ability to adjust it.
Yeah.
But literally, and I was testing these. I remember sitting in my chair, I'm listening to a track, and I started to slide the noise canceling to be more in service, more in use, so more noise canceling.
Yeah.
And as I slid it, it continued to just wreck the song. And wreck it and wreck it and wreck it. And to the point where the only way I even liked them is I had to turn it all the way off. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm glad I paid for that functionality. I don't know, man. If I just felt like somebody stuck 2 mason jars on my head and then somehow they put a hole in one end and they're just like putting in air.
Yeah.
And squeezing my head.
I have a question for you because I honestly don't know. So you're making fun of me earlier, but I was like, what? How are you? You have a wire connected to the Panda. I was like, what are you doing? You're like, yeah, Ron, well, it has a 3.5 millimeter.
I wasn't making fun of you. I was just surprised that you didn't realize that there's something on the headphones.
And right now, Panda's like, that's our guy, huh?
Yeah.
That's our...
Yeah.
He's been doing this for 7 years. That's our guy. Good job, guys. Good jobs.
Yeah.
So
sure,
my next question is, with them plugged in that way, I don't know. Is that draining battery? Do you need the amp still on?
I'm pretty sure. So I'm thinking that yes, you do need the amp on, but let me check.
We're going to find out right now. Live, folks. This is how we do things here. We don't mess around.
I don't see any like LEDs. Here, let
okay.
me see. Hold on. I'll just see. Actually, nothing's happening. So maybe they are off and just super passive. I can hear you perfectly, but like nothing. There's no beeping. No, nothing like that. Hold on.
Dude,
No, go ahead.
I got to ask you, the first time you turned them on and you heard that nasty blah, I was like, are they broken? What the heck is that?
That's the one they landed on. They're like they had 150 different things that they could listen to, and then they found that one, and they're like, "That's it." All right, y'all agree with it? And then there's a group of 6 people, and they go, "Yeah, I love that one too." And then they put it in there.
The one they landed on is like alien spaceship. It's like what?
Everybody in the conference room was like, "That's it.
That's
we
it.
Nailed it.
Run with it.
Ship it."
Yeah. I like the Pandas.
There's a little wonkiness. I'm excited. I really like these a lot.
Okay. So this is good that we have. Well,
I feel like I'm talking to my wife. And she just said, "Okay, Randy, that means stop talking."
I promise it doesn't. It doesn't. Oh my goodness sakes.
It's 10:52 Central Time. Usually you're in bed for like 3 hours.
Don't
I'm
tell
sorry,
him that.
I'm roasting
Randy
Ron tonight. I'm roasting Ron.
Yeah, it's fine.
No,
it's fine.
I'm gonna go out and get a Big Mac after this.
Yeah, that sounds amazing, dude. Okay, let's do this. Burger King or McDonald's?
Okay. If I could only have one, it's going to be McDonald's. However, with that said, every once in a while, I like to roll over to the BK and get myself a nice... I can't remember what I get. There's something I get there that's really good. They have like gooey cheese sauce in it.
And
like the
gooey,
fake yellow kind.
You had me at gooey cheese sauce. Yeah, absolutely.
I saw you had a cheeseburger at a local eatery tonight.
Every Friday it's we get to eat out. That's our treat. So as a family we go out, and it's whenever it's Dad's turn to pick, we go to Fuddruckers. And
solid choice.
2/3 pound, medium rare. So good.
Yeah, it looked good. Now my mouth's really starting to water.
Are we done here? So takeaways. So Ron feels in terms of fit, I feel that they can be a little bit tight. I feel like they're a little bit heavy. While I do feel that they are a plasticky type headphone, I wouldn't say that they feel cheap, but I felt like there's plastic here.
Yeah.
Randy feels like not a problem for him. He wears them for a long time. No issues. You don't feel like they're too tight. You actually like the grip on them.
No, I think it's good. They passed it up. They're starting to slide. If anything, I could use them just a bit.
A little bit
No, they're good. No, they're good. They're perfect. The only complaint I do have is I wish they had more, like engaged my head a titch more.
A titch more. Okay.
With that said, though, they're not nearly as bad as the Odyssey LCD one.
Okay.
That
yeah. No. Can't have that. Sonic characteristics. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, getting back to we have to do this level playing field. If we're looking at other headphones in the same price category that have the same functionality, they're plastic. Just like, I mean, the Sony.
Sure.
Now, with that, however, the Sennheiser, there's some metal in there. For sure. The Sennheisers the Momentum 3s are probably the most well built out of this category. But
how much are the Pandas? I don't even know. I have no idea. No clue. $400.
$4,000. They're $400.
Okay, so $400. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it seems fair. The more that I'm thinking this through, I don't have any, let me say it like this. Even though I do feel that they are plasticky, like I said, I feel like if I dropped them, they wouldn't break. I don't feel like it's like strong plastic.
Yeah.
Strong.
I don't have that big of an issue with it. I mean, Glock, they do a pretty good job with plastic polymer stuff.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Am I going to get in trouble for saying that?
Absolutely. You can send all of your emails to.
Well, that was the big gripe against them early on. You're going to make something like that out of plastic? And then
that's crazy.
Glock was like, yeah, we are.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And it was fine. It worked out for them. Who's laughing now? Yeah.
They are over there. Where are they from? Germany or Austria?
I don't know. I have no idea. We both like the joystick. The functionality
love that.
I love the joystick. It's very intuitive, skipping tracks, doing what you need to do.
Anything. Don't read anything. Hold it in, and then if you push it and your track doesn't skip or doesn't turn up, push it the other way, and then it will. It takes 2 seconds to figure it out.
I believe Georgia could figure it out, and even more than that, anything that has buttons like that. What it does is it trains muscle memory. Like pretty soon, you're just like, I just know what to do, and then you just do it. It's great.
Mm-hmm. You know why I'm so excited about this?
Why?
Because this is the first headphone that I've had that I don't feel like I'm making a compromise by not having it wired. Every other headphone that I have, and I have a rig over by my bed. I have the Topping D50S DAC connected to a THX headphone amp, and I've run my Dan Clark Aeon RTs through there, or I'd have IEMs on with the Ear Studio M100 Mark II. Both LDAC. This is LDAC, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time I've ever just laid back and not being all tangled up in cords and just been like, man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm so excited about these. I don't feel like I'm making I don't think there's any compromise here for me.
Both of us feel deep, meaningful bass is a huge positive for the Pandas. No doubt about that.
Agreed.
Agreed?
I mean, deep,
meaningful, confident, Mike Tyson type bass.
Yeah, punch you in the face, longshoreman, angry, got upset in traffic, maybe had too many Boilermakers on his way home. That kind of punch.
Yeah. It's substantial. Deep, meaningful bass. It has an amplifier to back it up, to keep it ready to go. It's eager to please when it comes to deep, meaningful bass. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Even with a THX amp, external amp, I don't think I've heard anything go this low in a planar. I feel like, and I'm sure Dynamics can go that low, but I've never heard a planar go this low.
I believe you. We both agree that getting into bass, mid-bass, it is possible that they might ride the line of sometimes being a little bit bloaty, just a little bit. You might need to EQ that, or just embrace it, which I embrace it, and it's okay. Like, it's like, okay, I know what to expect now, and it's still fun. It's not to the point where I'm like, yeah, no, it's not like that.
Yeah.
Lots of meat on the bones in the mid-range. We both agree there.
Oh yeah. You're not going to
meat on the bones.
These male vocals sound really thin.
No,
that's not going to come out of your mouth at all.
Yeah. That Panda will slap you right across the face and be like, "No."
Have you ever seen Tropic Thunder?
Yes.
Remember when Ben Stiller was out there with his pandas?
Yes.
Yeah. That's where these come from.
That's it.
Over there in Cambodia in the Golden Triangle.
And again, right now, Mass is like,
no, stop talking about Tropic Thunder.
Nope.
And endangered furry animals.
Nope. From there, heart of mid-range, getting into upper mid-range, top end extension. It's smooth.
Yeah.
It's smooth.
Not the last word in clarity.
Not the last word in detail retrieval and clarity. It's not. Now, there is enough fireworks to get you by. I don't want to paint the picture that they are lazy on top or they are so soft that they are boring. That's not true. But it's not going to be, oh my gosh, I just heard something in this recording I've never heard before. I don't think they're that kind of a headphone.
No, but it was, you know what? It was that kind of headphone for my wife. She was like,
well, there you go.
I've never heard them pluck the thing like that before. Now, with that said, that was with my just a titch of a EQ in there.
There you go.
The good thing about these, though, is, yes, there's still clarity there. It's just not as apparent.
It's not as forward as,
all you gotta do, Move the little
Just a
things
little.
around.
4K down is what I
Just
saw
a
earlier.
titch. Yep, 4K. 16 up, and then 60 I took down just a titch.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it.
good.
That's the Pandas. You know, I give our friends Douglas and Mr. Valor crap about this. Headphones do have a sound stage. It's not the sound stage that you get out of speakers. But
I mean, like if there is a stage in front of you and sound was coming from it, like
no.
Yeah, so why don't they call it head stage for headphones?
Yeah. They should. They should name it to something that I can agree with. So what it is that you're hearing what the microphone was hearing. You're hearing where things were in relation to the microphone and the distance of that. And one thing I will say about the Pandas that surprised me as I was riding my bike and being yelled at by the old man, is it sounded big, like, wow.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's really in your head.
It doesn't sound like in here. It's like, wow, I got some stuff around me.
That. So I noticed different heights
Yeah.
outside. And like I felt like it was trying to do some imaging. And I don't think I have enough experience like Josh and Doug do to really be able to point.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because I'm with you. I'm a speaker guy.
Yeah.
For some reason, I can't get it out of my head that when this guy's yelling at you, you'd like jumped off your bike and you're what, old man? Come at me, bro. And then you took your shirt off and you showed him all your tattoos. And you're like,
no.
Yeah.
No.
I got this sleeve when I was in the coal mines of West Virginia. We all got one. This is an anchor. I've never even been to the ocean.
No. Oh, man. Crazy world we live in.
Funny story. My roommate in college got a tattoo of Bart Simpson right at waistline. and I'm going to tell you something, Ron. It was the worst Bart Simpson I have ever seen.
It did not look like Bart Simpson.
It looked like a it looked like a 7-year-old right-handed kid drew it with his left hand. And he saw The Simpsons once. It was from memory. And he got it at waist level. I'm like, what? Dude, why?
What's wrong with you?
What? Out of everything, you get Bart Simpson, and it looked like it was like a knockoff of a knockoff of a knockoff that came right out of over there in Asia of Bart Simpson.
I love it. I have one on my back. Georgia drew it.
Well, that's one thing. If your kid draws it, fine. If
Yeah.
my kid draws something, I'll tattoo it on my forehead. But
Yeah.
Bart Simpson at your waist?
I'm
never going to regret this one. Yeah, put Bart Simpson. No, lower.
Throw it on there.
Right by my hip bone. Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
He's always going to be cool.
I will say, I didn't think Bart Simpson was really rocking and rolling on Fox on the television.
Yeah.
Like 20 years later.
It's a classic. I like The Simpsons.
I have lots of stories like that, Ron.
All right, man.
Totally, you're wifing me right now. All right, Randy. I get real excited at night, Ron.
I'm going to try to mood this up a little bit if I can.
At some point, you're just going to turn it off. I'm just going to keep talking.
Ron, you still there? Well,
do you remember Beavis and Butthead?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hold on.
Absolutely.
I want to show you something.
Ooh, I kind of like this look. It's like a moody podcast look. Why not? We'll do this.
It looks more like a horror movie. I mean, get a little light on your face, bruh.
No.
I mean,
you can't make
it me. It does look pretty cool, though.
It does, yeah.
Chris Isaac. I never dreamed. Wicked game. All right, hold on.
I was never a fan of that song.
No, you're not. I tell you what, you will be a fan of.
Mm.
When you take a look at this and you think, is that Beavis and Butthead? Or Beavis?
Oh my goodness sakes. Look at that.
Have you ever seen that?
Wow. That just changed my life.
That's a, what do you call it? Profile. What do you call it in photography?
Profile? Yeah, profile. I think
but
silhouette.
he's dark. Silhouette.
Silhouette. Yeah.
Tell me that's not
It is. It's Beavis.
or Butthead's silhouette.
Yeah, it's Beavis. Yeah. The great Cornolio right there. Yeah.
Did he do it on purpose?
Maybe. I don't know.
That...
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not on
There's
that
no way
album.
Chris
Never mind.
Isaac can be affiliated with Beavis and Butthead.
Come on,
He's
Chris.
singing
What's wrong with you?
Beautiful, Wicked Game.
What's wrong with you, man?
Am I crazy? I thought you would be more impressed by this. Be like, holy cow, there's a conspiracy going on, and we.
I don't think there is I think it's a coincidence. I think you're looking too much into it, buddy.
Something going on over there at the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco.
Something going on. It's in the water. Yeah.
You're gonna have to end this because I can do this all night, Ron.
We could just keep going.
We're already an hour and 1 minute into talking about the drop pandas. And
what's hilarious
Chris Isaac
is if you
like
extract the meaningful information of this podcast about the pandas, it'd be like 3 minutes and 37 seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna say about 132 seconds.
The rest is
fluff. It's filler. Yeah.
All right, man.
McDonald's and Burger King.
I do actually want another hamburger tonight, which is scary.
I don't think you should be ashamed of that at all.
I'm not.
Yeah. I went to McDonald's 7 times in the same day. Breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, late night snack, and then right before I go to bed. 7.
As you're laying down, you're just chomping away. You're just like, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of
this
big
is
red
happening.
boxes in the car that day.
Big red boxes. I love it. It's awesome.
Right, man.
All right, man. We're done here.
What is it? R&R
I don't even remember anymore. We might as well just
RNR Audio Hour at gmail.com.
Yes, that's where you can send all the complaints to Randy.
We're not even going to plug anything. Let's just end this. It's been a crazy trip, crazy journey we've had tonight.
All right, we're done here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Thanks for our ridiculous rambling. We hope that you got some meaningful feedback information about the Pandas. They're a great headphone. You can pick them up at Drop. We'll have links and all that good stuff. So
yeah, good stuff.
All right.
I don't know. You better end it before.
We're done. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Or good morning.
Good night. Good morning and good night.
In Australia.
All right, we're out.
Tasmania, Steve.